Hi guys, welcome to the MRC GT3 World Series. We're here at Fuji and it's a 90-minute endurance race, and we have the two lobbies combined, which is lobby 1.5 and lobby 3. So to start off, we will get obviously the qualifications. So Sharksy in a Ferrari is on pole. Scotty Boy in the Ford GTE in second. Bazza in the Jag in third. Fourth is Bandit in a Ferrari. Fifth is Binit Barry in the Suzuki VGT. Sixth is MacGyver in the Audi. Seventh is Dimpy Limpy in the Lexus. Dennis is eighth in the Lexus. Ninth is C-Mac in the Lexus. 10th is SG2 in the Ferrari. 11th is Jay West in the Subaru. 12th is Fast JMS in the VW. 13th is DRC Halder in the Jag. 14th is Blackie in the Corvette. 15th is Locke in the Subaru. And to round out is 16th Bogger in the Jag. So let's start off by going with C-Mac. So we're already on 3 lights. Let's go to 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Oh, a bit of a jump start there from Bandit. Binit Barry gets a bit slow. Everyone seems to get off pretty cleanly. So we're going down to the first corner. Yeah, everyone's got through nice and clean. Well done. So we'll jump to the front. So Sharksy is in the lead. Bazza is in second. Scotty Boy in third. Fourth is Bandit. Fifth is Dimpy Limpy. Sixth is SG2. Seventh is MacGyver. Eighth is C-Mac. And I'm going for it. And he's going to go. He's challenged MacGyver. Has he got the pass? No, the side by side. MacGyver's holding the inside line all the way down. C-Mac has to fall behind. Bogger comes up on the inside. Ooh, just a little bit of a tap there. Dennis is in 10th. Jay West in 11th. Looks like Dennis has just gone a bit wide there. 12th is Fast JMS, now moving into 11th. Going back into 12th. Some good battling already, even it's only just the first lap. Jay West is still battling with Fast. Oh. These three really going together. Dennis, Jay West. Now Fast has got the slipstream on him, on Jay West. Can he keep hold of it? Just a little bit too close there from Jay West. No, Jay West just keeps the place. 13th is Locke. 14th is Binit Barry. 15th is Blackie. And Halder is 16th. So pretty good lap so far. Sorry if I do miss things out, I'm still learning. So we'll go to Bogger and C-Mac, race challenging for 8th position. Bogger just runs wide a little bit, but still keeps the inside line. Making C-Mac go slightly wide. And another little battle. This battle's still raging on with Fast, Jay West, Dennis, and now Locke. Jamie has the inside line. A little bit late on the brakes, which gives Fast the chance to get back in front. And he does. Now Dennis is trying to take the place off Jamie, sorry. And Dennis has fell back, which has allowed Locke to gain up a place. Now the two Subarus are having a little battle together. Bandit getting it all wrong on the straight, which is allowing Scotty to get back. Just go back a little bit on that, just to see what really happened. So Scotty, Bandit's on the inside. Just a little bit of running wide for Scotty there. Bandit's moved to the right. Scotty now got... Bandit just gets it all wrong, trying to break the slipstream, which doesn't help, but Scotty now gets back in front. Can he hold the inside line to take third? He does, nice and cleanly, well done. Bandit's trying to come back. Just sits in behind Scotty now, which has allowed Dimpy and MacGyver to catch up with that little bit of a battle. MacGyver moving up on the back door of Dimpy Limpy there. Dimpy just gets a little bit outwards. Now, does MacGyver have the run on him? Going into this tight hairpin. He takes the inside. Brakes a little bit. Later, he takes it. Nice clean overtake. Now Dimpy's trying to come back, but just doesn't manage to get it with the Lexus, just being a little bit slow out the corners. So we'll move up. So Sharks is still leading. Comfortable lead. Bazza is in second. Scotty boy looks like he's catching a Bazza. Bandit just running a little bit wide there, but can he get the slipstream off Scotty to try and get for third? MacGyver is pulled away from Dimpy a little bit, but can, again, the slipstream on this long straight does help. Helps a lot quite with some cars if they're a little bit slow. SG2 with Bogger behind, who's also got half a second penalty. Just getting a little bit out there. Bogger runs wide and Bogger spins out. Manages to save it. Gets it back on track. Nice spin. Which also allows him to let other people get past. Binnett Barry in 13th. Dennis in 14th. Blackie 15th. Halder 16th. So some good little battles going around here. And Bogger still with a penalty to take. Locke and Jay West have just managed to split themselves up now. C-Mac and Fast JMS looks like they've been battling. So I think after not even enough 4 laps now, the battling's starting to die off, so everyone's just settling to their strategies. Bandit with a 1 second penalty. MacGyver just uses that slipstream to the last minute to pull him forward, which has put him up to 4th. Dimpy Limpy's in 5th. Bandit is in 6th. SG2 in 7th. Well, looks like they're closing up a little bit. Yeah, it just seems like everyone's settled down now. Just little battles here and there. Ooh. Binnett Barry, did he have a bit of trouble? Let's have a quick look. Manages to overtake Locke. Yeah, I think that's what it was, just overtook Locke. Now Binnett Barry's going to try and hunt down Jay West. Absolutely some great liveries this week. See Max with the Halloween livery, which looks fantastic. Subarus with the striking pink and blue. Bennett Barry's Hot Wheels still looks great on that car. Bogger inside. Oh, a little bit of. We'll have another look at this one. Looks like a racing incident, I think, but that one, if it goes in, that's one for the stewards. But seems okay. Bogger now trying to get past Bennett Barry. Can you try and get the undercut into this corner? Just to say gets it. Oh, Bennett Barry just runs a little bit wide. Not knocked anyone off, so that's good. Now can Bennett Barry get past in the slipstream? Uses that slipstream quite well. Neck and neck. Bennett Barry's just got the edge. Can he hold it in the inside? Nicely done. So let's go back to see if there's any more battles going on. No, everyone seems to be quite spaced out. Sharksy up in front. Comfortable lead now again. About 2-3 seconds maybe more. Scotty in second. He's just done a purple sector. Get it in the mud just a little bit. Bazza in third. MacGyver in fourth. He's pulled a little bit more of a gap on Dimpy Limpy. Bandit in sixth. SG2 in seventh. Fast JMS in 8th, C-Mac in 9th, J West in 10th, Bennett Barry in 11th, Boggers in 12th, 13th Flock, Dennis in 14th, and a lovely coloured Lexus. If you want some sweeties in that, it looks more like a lemon sherbet. Blackie in 15th and Haldare in 16th. So we'll go through tyre choices from the start. So Sharksy is on mediums. Scotty is on softs. Bazza on mediums. MacGyver on softs. Dimpy on mediums. Bandit on softs. SG2 on softs. Fast JMS on softs. C-Mac on mediums. J West on softs. Bogger on softs. Bennett Barry on softs. Locke on softs. Dennis on mediums. Blackie on mediums. And Haldare on mediums. So different tyre choices again, but still have to use all three compounds. But unless the weather, if there's any wet weather and it goes past the first bar, then obviously that's null and void, so then you can use whatever tyres you want after the rain stops. Oh, Locke just getting it a little bit out of shape there in that corner. He's got it back. Bennett Barry. Considering this car looks slow, it's actually not. It is quite fast in a straight line. Bennett Barry does well to keep it under control. In the corners, sorry. J West and Bogger battling for 10th. Can Jamie catch him and get the pass done? Looks like he's going to have to stay behind Bogger for a bit more just to get the momentum going. And see if he can get him on the straight and use the slipstream. Again, with it being a 90-minute race, everyone's just spread themselves out nice and even, pretty much nice and evenly. SG2 just getting a little bit of a slide on there. Scotty Boy's so far got the fastest lap of a 1:40.452. Do we wonder if the wet weather does come into play? That is the main thing, and then that'll change everyone's strategies over. Whether people use intermediates or full wets. Bandit there with his left indicator on. Trying to hunt down Dimpy Limpy. What we'll do shortly is we'll jump on board with a few of the drivers, so obviously you can see different drivers' point of view whilst they're racing. So Sharks is still out in the lead. Looks like you're just keeping that gap steady between him and Scotty. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Scotty and Bazza, gap's roughly around about the same as it was last time. But once the first pit stops come into play, things might change. Some people might get the jump on others. Now Bandit's caught near enough on the back of Dimpy Limpy here. Dimpy just goes a little bit wide. Bandit tries and goes for the undercut. Dimpy just goes a little bit wide there, just to avoid any collision. C-Mac now catching SG2. Just jump on board with C-Mac, see if he gets the pass. Fast JMS is behind. Gets on the inside. Oop. And yeah, he gets past SG2. SG2 just sits behind, but he's trying to fight back. And he does. Gets him on the inside. Which is now allowing Fast JMS to catch up while these two are battling. C-Mac just nice and close there. Well done. Nice clean racing with these two. Gets it, hangs it round. Still battling. Now can C-Mac go for the inside. Down to the hairpin. Looks like he's got it. Let's jump outside. Still giving each other plenty of room. C-Mac just takes the position away from SG2. Nice little battle. Which is, again, Fast JMS is now caught up as Bogger. So it's now a four-way battle here. Fast just taking a tighter line into that corner. SG takes a wider approach. Now Fast goes wide, allows Bogger to come in up the inside to take a place. SG2 pulls to the right hand side. Obviously him and C-Mac are going to go into the pits by the looks of it. Low on fuel. And obviously a swap of tyres. Which allows Binnet Barry to push on through. Sharks is also in the pits. MacGyver's in the pits. C-Mac, SG2. Jay West is coming in the pits. Locke is also in the pits. Haldare is still out. He's got low fuel. I reckon he'll come in the pits on this lap. And he does. SG2's out the pits. Jay West just come out now. Also Locke is fueling up. Yeah, all done. Haldare comes in. Now does he change his tyres or does he carry? Nope, it's just fuel. So now Scotty Boy's in first, followed by Bazza. Now these two are coming. Now these two are coming in. So Scotty's in first. Oh, Bazza stays out. Stays out for another lap. Dimpy's coming in. Still got about a lap or two of fuel left, but obviously he knows something that I don't. Bandit is coming to the pits with hardly any fuel and worn tyres. Bogger also comes into the pits. Binny Barry's coming to the pits. Dennis is staying out for another lap, maybe. Another lap or two. Which will put him up the order. He's gone into third up to now. But obviously once he goes in the pits, he will drop back down. Scotty Boy's come out on mediums. Sharksy just in front of him on hards. MacGyver's jumped onto softs. Dimpy Limpy's come out on racing hards and a full tank as well. Bandit has come out on racing hards. Now he's got his right indicator on. C-Max on softs. Bogger's on mediums. SG2 is on mediums. So after most of them have been in the pits, looks still quite, the field's still quite spread out, even though there's two lobbies in. Hopefully get to see some more little battles. So Scotty's still behind Sharksy. Again, Scotty takes a tighter line than Sharksy into that corner. Now Baz has come into the pits. As does Fast JMS. So Fast is now in. Also Dennis has come into the pits. So I think this is the last lot of the for the first round of pits. So we'll go back to Sharksy, who's out in front, with Bazza closely behind, as is Scotty. Now is Scotty going to go for the pass on the inside? Not quite. Close. Like I say, this is a 90-minute race, so obviously everyone's just using their strategies accordingly to see if they can get the jump on the next person in front. See how it works out for them. Now Baz is really close to Sharksy now. Sharksy a little bit wide, but manages to keep it back inside, on the inside of that corner. Can Bazza find a way past Sharksy? Will he go for the undercut here? Nope, Sharksy just closes the door, runs a little bit wide. Bazza goes on the outside, Sharksy on the inside. Just, oh, a little bit of contact there. Now let's see who can do the drag. Who's got the speed? Down to the first corner. Baz is creeping up on the side of him very slowly. Oh, Scotty Boy comes in from nowhere. Let's have another look at that. See how Scotty Boy does it. Gets the slipstream off them both. Goes right on the inside. Gives Sharksy a bit of a scare. Runs a little bit wide into Bazzett. A little bit more contact. Nothing malicious. Just sort themselves out. Ooh, bit of a bump there off Bazza. Again, I don't think, like I say, it's nothing malicious. Now they're all tightening up. Just trying to find the gap to get past. Bazza takes the inside on Sharksy. Can he get Scotty Boy towards the next corner? Goes on the outside. Scotty's got the inside. Scotty still holds the inside. Can he get the switcheroo on him? No. Scotty Boy, sorry, just holds it. Sharksy still coming back to attack Bazza. Sharksy just couldn't do it there. Again, another great battle going on for first place. MacGyver's in fourth. Now, with these three battling, can he catch up to him and try and take third place at least? Dimpy's in fifth. Just have a quick look at this, see if Bazza can get the slipstream and pull off. Take Scotty in the first corner. Into the first corner, sorry. Scotty just closes the door. Just go back a little bit there. Obviously, C-Max caught up to Dimpy Limpy. Now it's a battle of the Lexus. C-Mac takes the inside. Dimpy just lets it go wide a little bit. Bogger trying to catch up to Dimpy and C-Mac. Bandit down to 8th. Still with his right indicator on. Fast JMS and SG2. Binnett Barry. J West, Dennis, Locke, battling with Blackie. Blackie just trying to go up the outside of Locke. Oh, Locke gets it all sorts wrong there. Let's have another look. Locke blocks once. Blackie on the outside. Goes to the inside. Oh! Locke just gets it all wrong coming on the out. Maybe you've just put the power down a little bit too early. SG2 catching up fast for 8th place. 8th place, sorry. Again, both taking different lines to find the best line that suits them. Quite a considerable gap behind SG, so they can have a bit of a battle if they're going to. SG just slowly catching up the fast. catches really up into that in that first corner. Just a little bit too much on the brakes from SG2. Bogger catching up to Dimpy Limpy. C-Max pulled away from Dimpy Limpy by about 2 seconds. And MacGyver has caught up to Sharksy and Scotty. Obviously a bit of a change going on at the front. Baz has pulled out a lead. Sorry, I've missed that one. So Baz is in first. Scotty boy. Sharksy just getting it a little bit wrong there, but manages to keep hold of it. And MacGyver's really caught up to him now. Now can MacGyver take third, sorry. They're all in a nice line, so they're all using each other's slipstream. Yeah, MacGyver's really catching him, using that slipstream well. Haldare's just come out at the wrong time, but I'm sure he'll let them past. Haldare just runs wide, he's just let them go. He knew all three were coming, so best off just getting out the way a little bit. Well done. And carry on with his own race. It looks like Baz is pulling a bit more of a gap on this lap. Scotty and Sharksy and MacGyver all battling for second, third and fourth. Obviously Bogger's got past Dimpy Limpy. Now Fast JMS is now catching Dimpy Limpy up. Dimpy Limpy's on the hard tyre, so he will be a bit slower on them. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble. Fast JMS is on the mediums, as is SG2. Bennett Barry. Jay West trying to catch up with Bennett Barry for a battle. Dennis runs it a little bit wide. Locke still battling with Blackie. Stay with this, see if they keep battling for a lap or two. Blackie just pulling away slightly on the straight. The speed of that Corvette is quite good. So this battle's for 14th and 15th. Locke catches him up a little bit in the braking zone, but then Blackie just slightly pulls it away with the power of the Corvette. Personal best sector for Locke there. Quite good, some good consistent times there as well off Locke. Is he going to try and get up the inside of Blackie? Which will obviously, if he did, he would have had to go on the outside of the next corner. Airpin, sorry. MacGyver's now pulled the fastest lap out of a 140.053. He'd be happy with that because he's an old man. Locke. Oh, just a little tap there on the back of Blackie's car. Blackie defending quite well. Gets up the inside of Blackie. Just a little bit scrappy there. Just both need to be a little bit careful, but not like that. So, but again, Blackie just pulls out the speed on the straight, but Locke will catch him back up on the braking zones. Yellow flag out, and it's Bandit who's spun off. Let's see if we can see that. Put the power down way too early on that corner. That's allowed Blackie and Locke to get past. Blackie just pulling a bit of a gap again. But then Locke catches up in the tighter corners and under braking. Just a little, both getting a little bit out of sorts. But still going forwards, that's the main thing. Let's see if it's quieting down a bit. I'll jump on board with someone. SG2 and Fast JMS still battling. Well, not battling. Just staying together. Also, Fast is also catching up Dimpy Limpy. Bogger is slowly catching up C-Mac. So the battles are starting again just before the next round of pit stops. MacGyver just slightly dropped off the back of Sharksy, who's still catching Scotty. Bazza was pulled out with an enormous lead on them all. Really getting his head down. 140s so far. MacGyver's low on fuel. Does he pit this lap? He's got no. He's going to stay out for another lap on the softs as well. That left front is really going down quite quick. C-Mac comes into the pits. Does he? No, he doesn't. His left front really down to about 10% or less on the just on the white on that front left. Fast JMS is catching up Dimpy, which obviously if they start battling, which that'll allow SG2 to catch up and join in the battle. Bennett Barry out on his own at the moment, but making good progress. Jay West out on his own, with Dennis not so far behind him. I'll just go back a bit there, just see what. Looks like Locke's dropped off a bit. Obviously Bandit's caught back up. Sorry, I do apologise if I have missed anything on that one. I don't want to go too far back. Again, another battle. I think that's about right. If not, it's okay. Again, like I say, I do apologise if I do miss stuff. So Bandit's managed to get past Blackie. Blackie's tyres seem to have degraded. Does he come in the pits? Locke's caught him back up. So it's a three-way battle at the moment. Bandit was still with his indicator on. And these three are after having a good battle. Blackie just catching Bandit up really tightly in that corner. Alder out in 16th on his own. Just enjoying the views. Locke has run out of fuel just on the front, on the straight. Can he make it? He's going to make it, obviously make it into the pits. That's really good going on an empty fuel tank right when you needed it. Dennis is in the pits. Jay West is in the pits. Blackie's caught up to C-Mac and Bandit. So obviously C-Mac's been in the pits for fresh rubber and a full tank. MacGyver's been in the pits. He's gone on to racing mediums and a full tank. Been it Barry. No, he's still got a fair way to go on his tyres and fuel. Now Fast JMS has caught up Dimpy Limpy, which has now allowed SG2 to catch up to them both. Oh, Dimpy just getting a little wobble on the back end of that car, going onto the straight. Now can Fast pull into the slipstream and get past Dimpy Limpy onto the first corner. SG2's just fell off a little bit at the back. Not as much slipstream for him. Fast just holds off on that corner. Can he put Dimpy Limpy to make a mistake by putting the pressure on him? Bogger is out on his own. Sharksy just fell away from Scotty a little bit. Obviously he needs fuel, so is he going to go? Is he coming into the pits on this lap? Yeah, Sharksy's coming into the pits. Obviously he's not going to make another lap on that. Scotty's going to do another lap and then he'll probably come in the pits. Bazza, that front left is really going down now. The grip must have hardly any grip on that one, but still racing on it. He's catching up to Dennis to pass him and lap him. Ooh, Dennis just gets a little bit wobbly on the exit of that turn. Haldair's got a fast. Sorry, I will go back. Who's he got? Looks like Bogger behind him. Also, Bogger's got another penalty to serve. I do apologise for that bit. Obviously, Locke's now been in the pits, obviously filled up and gone on the hard tyre. Blackie's been in, put racing softs on and not filled the tank up, but But again, each to their own strategies, so it must work for him. Scotty's coming into the pits. Blackie's got half-second penalty for 2. Dennis, well, let's ride with Dennis on this lap. So into the first corner, going to a slight kink. Then turn 2, into a very long turn 3. Just comes off the power a little bit, just to tidy it up a bit into that corner. Into turn 4, again tight apex and then comes out wide. Maybe turn 5, I guess, as it's a double apex. Comes down into the airpin. And a sharp left. Just puts the power down. Ooh, just puts the power down a bit too early there. Comes into the complex of turning. Again, just getting a little bit out of sorts. Comes into the last corner now to go back onto the start-finish straight. Again, just the power of that. The power of that Lexus just does not want to play. And over the start-finish straight for a lap with Dennis. Bandit's in the pits, or was, it's coming out. Lock. So Bogger's still behind Halder. Let's go back to the front. So Bog's in first at the moment. Baz is down at second. Bennett Barry's in third. Sharksy's fourth. Scotty Boy is in fifth. MacGyver's in sixth. Fast JMS and Dimpy Limpy are both in the pits. SG2 is in 10th. J West is 11th. Dennis is 12th. 13th Blackie, who's catching up. Dennis. Bandit is 14th. 15th is Halder. 16th is Locke. Bennett Barry looks like he's going to come in the pits on this lap. Fuel very low. Bogger's also come into the pits for another stop, which will probably give Bazza the lead back. Also Sharksy will move up into second. Bennett Barry's come in the pits just with enough fuel spare. Very close. MacGyver's in sixth, will go up to fifth, up to fourth. C-Max in seventh. Dimpy's in eighth with Fast JMS behind. Again, SG2 still behind Fast JMS. I'm just going to stop it there because obviously this is part one of two. So I will do part two. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. And again, I do apologise for any mishaps or I've missed anything. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you.